What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to y'all with that instant analysis on the Phoenix Suns defeating the Golden State Warriors. This was a game where the Phoenix Suns ended up having a tough ending to this game. They got off to a great start. They was able to play with poise. They was able to play together. They was able to defend. They was able to stay active. And they was able to play great basketball throughout the entire game until the last 5 minutes when they ended up going through some stress with taking care of the basketball, getting a lot of steals by Golden State picking them off and making it tough with a full court press, making the game more interesting than it really had to be. But luckily for Phoenix, they built up such a lead that it seemed insurmountable for them to be able to accomplish a loss, and they ended up winning because of it. If the game was 2 minutes more longer, maybe they lose this game. But since they had to come to an end eventually, the Phoenix Suns had such a high amount of a lead that they was able to coast a little bit to a victory, even with all the mistakes that they made down the stretch. They couldn't make enough plays, which was Golden State, offensively and defensively, to make up the difference, and they shot themselves in the foot because of it. The Phoenix Suns go to 21-21. They 7-14 away from Phoenix. The Golden State fall to 20-21. They're 17-5 at home. They finally lost a home game. Phoenix outscored them 31-26 as a team in the first quarter and 28-19 in the second quarter. And even in the third quarter, it was a 39-34 lead that they had in the third quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, the Warriors turned it on defensively. They cared more, they played harder. And then they had a fourth quarter of 34-27, which allowed the score to be 125-113 because Phoenix made some free throws down the stretch, and they was able to extend the lead to make it look more respectable on their end. They miss Aiden, they miss Booker, they miss Chris Paul, all miss this game, which is rare to see all of them out at the same time. But they still was able to secure the victory. You got to give credit to the Warriors for trying to put up a way to get back into the game. It almost worked, but the game wasn't long enough for them to turn the tide in their favor. They kind of shot themselves in the foot. Like I said before, Draymond Green, 5 points, -2 and plus minus, four personal fouls, three turnovers, two steals, and he had six assists, 12 rebounds tonight. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from three, 1 of 5 from the field. Kevon Looney, 1 point, -13 and plus minus, three personal foul, one turnover, one steal, 8 rebounds, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 1 from the field. Andrew Wiggins, 10 points, -15 and plus minus, two personal fouls, two blocks, six steals, two assists, five rebounds, all one from the free throw line, all four from three. He was 5 of 16 from the field. He looked rusty getting his jump shot off. He looked rusty getting to the basket and finishing. And he had some bad shot selection in between. It's tough when you're taking tough shots and when you also losing a little bit of your burst and your ability to explode going to the basket and getting up for dunks. It seemed like he lost a little of his lateral quickness too, defensively and offensively. You just hope he can get back fully healthy. They're going to need his defense. I feel like he played some good defense down the stretch using his length and his size and his quickness. They're going to need that, but they also need his offense because this team don't have that much depth on the bench, and they need their starters to play fantastic basketball as long as they can, so that way when they bench come in, they don't lose that as much. Steph Curry, he looked it bad to me defensively, but he did have 24 points, -19 and plus minus, four personal foul, one turnover, one steal, three assists, one rebound, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He was 5 of 15 from three and 8 of 22 from the field. It takes some time to come back from a major injury like that affects your shooting, but he wasn't shy tonight and he was in attack mode, and you like to see that. Klay Thompson, 29 points, -11 and plus minus, three personal fouls, three turnovers, one steal, five rebounds, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He was 6 of 14 from three and 10 of 24 from the field. This is a solid game from him again, spacing the floor and moving without the basketball is his biggest strong suit still to this day, and that's why his game is so important to the Warriors who need space at this point in time. Andre Iguodala, 2 points, +2 and plus minus, three personal fouls, one turnover, three assists, one rebound, 1 of 1 from the field. He only played 13 minutes because he got ejected. Anthony Lamb, 8 points, -7 and plus minus, 2 personal foul, 3 turnovers, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from three, 1 of 5 from the field. Dante DiVincenzo, 3 points, 1 personal foul, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line, 1 of 4 from the field. Ty Jerome, 4 points, +3 and plus minus, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 2 of 3 from the field. And Jordan Poole had fun out there. It was a pool party out there. 27 points, +2 and plus minus, 4 personal fouls, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 6 assists. He also had 5 rebounds, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 4 of 7 from three. He made some big ones in the fourth quarter that mattered and really could have helped them win. He also made other shots besides threes in the fourth quarter that helped close the gap a little bit and gave them an opportunity to win. Same with Steph and Clay. 8 of 15 from the field. Patrick Ballman and Moses Moody didn't play. Coach's decision. 38% from the field as a team. They did shoot a respectable 37% from three, 77% from the free throw line, 45 rebounds, 24 assists, 13 steals. They also had 2 blocks, 15 turnovers, 26 personal fouls, and they scored 113 points. The Phoenix Suns, the victorious team. Dario Saric had a good game in the post and in the mid range, but he also hit some threes. 19 points, +8 and plus minus, 5 personal 5 turnovers, 1 steal, 7 assists, 9 rebounds. All around game from him, showing his versatility again. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 of 5 from three, 7 of 11 from the field. Torrey Craig had a big night for them defensively and rebounding the basketball. 6 offensive rebounds, 14 rebounds total. He had some big threes that helped give them that cushion, that helped them ride home the victory. 12 points, +9 and plus minus, 3 personal foul, 2 turnovers, 2 blocks. 5 of 16 from the field, 2 of 5 from three. Mikal Bridges had a great offensive game and defensive game. 26 points, +13 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 2 turnovers, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 5 assists, 9 rebounds, 5 of 7 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line. He was 10 of 18 from the field. Bismack Biyombo, 8 points, +21 and plus minus, 2 blocks, 8 rebounds, 4 of 7 from the field. Washington had another great game, really finding himself in his offensive game. Has been a really good pickup for the Phoenix Suns. 21 points, +10 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, 5 assists, 1 rebound, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 of 9 from three, 6 of 17 from the field. Wainwright, 4 points, +8 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 2 assists, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 1 from the field. Josh Okogie played good defense, 7 points, +7 and plus minus, 4 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 assist, 6 rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from three, 2 of 7 from the field. Josh Landale, 6 points, -13 and plus minus, 5 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 1 assist, 1 steal, 4 rebounds. 2 of them was offensive, and 0 of 3, 0 of 1 from three, 3 of 6 from the field. And Damian Lee has just been a great pickup for this Phoenix Suns team. Not only has he shot the three ball well this season, he has just been a great offensive weapon too, and has been switchable defensively. Just a great addition to this team. They needed it, and he plays hard too. 22 points, -3 and plus minus, 1 personal foul, 2 turnovers, 4 assists, 7 rebounds, 14 of 14 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from three, 3 of 8 from the field. Aiden Landry Shamet did not play, although they was healthy enough. The coach chose to set him out. It was his decision. 45% from the field as a team, 45% from three, which is scorching. 93% from the free throw line. They were 29 to 31. That's just outstanding for them to be able to do that. They also was able to grab 58 rebounds, and they also assisted 26 times, 5 steals, 7 blocks, 21 turnovers, but they did have 22 personal fouls, and they scored 125 points. Just a great game collectively from the Phoenix Suns. They did what they had to do to get a win, and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't the greatest basketball game ever, but the Suns really executed the game plan that Monty Williams had envisioned perfect until the fourth quarter and the last 5 minutes of the game. But they needed a win. That's all that mattered. Can we squeeze it out? Can we get it done and put all the hard work that we did the entire game and still get the W, even though they putting a lot of pressure on us? And the answer is yes. They had enough talent to beat a almost full healthy Warriors team, and they got it done. They beat the Warriors before this season. They did it again. This is a potential playoff matchup that we want to see, that we haven't got a chance to see, and I do want to see it one day, hopefully, but you never know. But the Suns match up well against the Warriors, and they proved that tonight. And it was just a great team W and just an unexpected W. It seemed like the Warriors wanted to send a message and really wanted to get on a win streak coming back into the new year, especially ending December the way that they did. And now they kind of in the hot cold streak where you just don't know what you're going to get out of them. They kind of Jekyll Hyde, where sometimes they look like the best team in the league, sometimes they look like another team in the league, and sometimes they can't even beat an average team in the league like the Suns was tonight. And that just make you wonder, is what Steve Kerr said is true? Is that the last championship that the Warriors can win? They have enough talent on paper to get it done, but they just don't fit as a team. They have too many young players that's not ready to produce. They have veterans that's hot and cold defensively, and they just can't score enough to make up the defensive lapses that they continue to have, and that's been their struggle this season. They having too many immature season struggles this year, and usually Steve Kerr can nip it in the bud. He can snap them out of it. He can talk them out of it. He can coach them out of it. He can find a way, find a piece that can really maneuver their way into figuring it out. Usually it's Draymond, usually it's Steph and Clay being hot that can snap them out of a funk, but they haven't been able to do that this season. Maybe it's them getting older, maybe because they lost a step, maybe those young guys just wasn't prepared for the league that the team thought that they was, and they just wasn't on the same page because of that. But it's starting to become a concern, and it's starting to become a problem, and it might be something that they can't solve, and they might have to do it in free agency. But it's only one season. They only getting older, so it is a concern because of that too. But you still have a window where you can sneak that fifth one in like the Spurs did, and should be their goal, to try to get one more while Steph is still playing at an MVP caliber level. He's getting beat up, he's getting tore up because he has to do more. Andrew Wiggins is young enough to where he can give you another All-Star season. Clay still shoots the ball well enough. Draymond has spurts where he's Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond, and he has great spurts where he's still a great defender. And we just don't know what they're going to do with that center position, but Kevon Looney been holding it down pretty well. But they need to upgrade that bench, and they need players to play more consistently off that bench. And I feel like Jordan Poole has done his job for the most part, filling in, scoring, and having herky-jerky games that look a little weird sometimes, a little confusing and a little terrible, but also look great, and he can get hot. And that's what they need, a spark that can really change the tide of a game. And Poole is that third splash brother that they needed, and they have already won a title with him last season. So now, how can they win another one? That's going to be the question for the Warriors looking forward, and it looks like it's going to be tougher and more difficult than we thought coming into this season, especially beating a young, hungry Celtics team that seemed like they was going to take over the world last year after the trade deadline, and they was able to stop that, but they look worse than the Celtics. The Celtics looked like they improved a lot, and all they did was trade for Malcolm Brogdon, and the Warriors looked like they regressed a lot because they lost a lot of defensive players, a lot of veterans, and a lot of players that gave them skill and experience, and that's something that they're lacking now. But it's something that they can get in the trade deadline or even in the buyout if they're willing to spend the extra cash to try to get that fifth championship with Steph, Clay, and Draymond as their nucleus and their core. Other than that, continue to like, continue to subscribe. Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, signing out. I will see y'all again Wednesday. Other than that, check out my podcast. That'll be in the description. Like on Facebook, like the video, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification bell so that way you can be notified when I got more analysis coming. And that's a fun way to stay in tune with the channel. Other than that, see you guys later.